Hey, hatapu, hatapu, hatapu. Heruna fair. So good to see you. Looking forward. Glad we're all here together. Now we know what we need to do is get our adumbration in place so we can get moving. So today we're going to begin as usual with our Shaashaa. Then we're going to get in some all over body check-in. We're going to do that briefly just to check in, you know, keep it moving, check it all out. Once that's done, we'll get into some Asar Stance, get into our Qigong, and then we'll get into our short form. We may do some Tai Chi walking. We'll see how it works out. So I want to do some things that keep us moving, that keep us in the zone, so that way we can, as we smooth and cool down, which is really what the form is. No, you don't see it that way, but that's kind of how we're working it. Well, the form is kind of the cool down. Then we get to the wisdom of the sages of the ages. Of course, we're going to do an alternate nostril breathing exercise today. And it'll bring it on home. All right. Because this is, and so we prepping for April. We have our homework that goes up every time. Make sure you're doing those 9 beginner push-ups and then holding for 25 seconds in the standard push-up, so that we're building the strength in those support and ancillary muscles, so that as we get into the more intermediate series of movements for the body, we'll be able to get it here. Okay? And so we're going to do some of that today, just so we can vary it up. All right? So without more talk, hey, here we go. All right. So we got it. We'll be feet parallel, shoulders width. To all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Uchi. Pyramid hands and step into a Asar Stance position. We're going to start with the Asar Stance. We're going to get some energy moving in the body. Let's go ahead. Pyramid hands. Drop the right hand. Then the left. And we're going to trace the Tai Chi diagram. All right, and stop. Come back to the center. Bring that right hand into the chest. Pyramid hands. Holding the golden orbs. Into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hand between the legs. Into oneness. Grab it through the chute. Into oneness. All right. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Arms and hands not touching the body. Rotate so the left hand is on top, palms are facing each other. See a ball of golden white light like the sun in between the palms of the hands. And into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs. And into oneness. Pyramid hands. And then shift all the way to the right leg and slide the left foot into Uchi position. Drop the hand and shake it out. Hey, here we go. And the hands at the height of the shoulders, relax the shoulders. And we're going to squeeze and extend the hands. Okay, now just make a fist. Keep the hand relaxed, we're just closing the fingers in. Don't want any tension in the fist, just get it relaxed. Now, up, down, and then inside, outside, up, down, inside, outside, up, down, inside, outside, up, down, outside, inside, okay? And work it out. And then we're gonna drop the arms, okay? Excellent. Into the cock position. 2 breaths. Palms facing forward, 2 breaths. Shift into the do-up position. 4 breaths. Stepping back. And into swinging arms. Let them swing. And bring them up into the gathering. And shake it out. All right, feet parallel, shoulders width, short form. Sinking down. I know it says short form. Here we go. Excellent. Let's grab a seat. I know what's going through your mind is, hey, we didn't do the all over body check-in. And it's like, yes, I know, because we're going to do it a little different. I want to get that movement in first. I want to illustrate. It's not, you don't have to do it at the very beginning. What we've got right now is the blood is flowing. So I'm going to do it seated because I haven't done it seated in a long time. I just want you to see it and really kind of get the body moving. So I'm going to cross the leg. And then just going to start with this left foot, drawing a circle. You can do it standing if you want. Just want to show the variation so folks understand that this is something you can do anywhere you are. Okay, you can do it laying down in the bed even if you need to. Okay, if your body's not working with you, take it the other direction. Wiggle the toes, right? Then one toe at a time, all the way down to the pinky toe. And you switch legs, and you do it again. Change direction. And you don't have to cross your legs. I'm just doing it so you can see that my foot is going in the full range of motion. Wiggle the toes. One toe at a time. All the way down to the pinky toe. Okay. All right, then we start with the shoulders. Let the arm dangle. And then you go to the front. You want to be seated tall if you're sitting. Okay, we want to have proper posture so we can do our bellows breathing accurately. All right, then we change shoulders. And take it to the front. All right. And we want that full range of motion. All right, and we do the wrist. Okay. You want to be able to get that full range of motion. And we change direction. And again, it appears as if my forearm is moving, but that's just the rotation, okay? It's not my forearm moving, my bicep and my arm, the shoulder are still. Okay, we wiggle the fingers. Then we one at a time. Switching hands. You want to be able to have the arm positioned and far enough away that you're working the bicep, the shoulder, and the forearms. And because of the metacarpals that are moving around and the fine muscles in the wrist, you should feel it in the hand, particularly the back of the hand, because we're bringing it up. And you want to be able to feel all those muscles working. All right. Here we go. Wiggle all the fingers. And then one at a time. Very important for us to get to know our body. Okay, now we're going to take the head left to right, just gently and slowly. So we check in. And this time we did it after the blood is already flowing, so it should feel a little different. The joints should feel a little different in how they move because we've already done the form, okay? And so everything should be open now. Looking over this left shoulder, we're going to take the chin down and up. Now we're going to go ahead and look over this left shoulder. We're going to take the chin up and down. You're going to breathe in the front and center. and down and up. And on your next in breath, what I want you to do is take your head around in a full circle. And on your next in breath, I want you to take your head the opposite direction. All right, your next in breath, we're going to come right back to front. Since we're already seated, once you take that right hand, place the thumb and index finger together, palm up on top of the thigh or the knee. Going to take that left hand, the hand should look like this. You'll take the left thumb, block off the left nostril, middle and index finger to the center of the forehead. Breathing in, out, in, out, in, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in and release. Switching hands, no breath. In, out, in, out, in, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. And release. Both hands, thumb and index finger touching, breathing in, out, in, out, in, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in, chin down, and release. All right. Now we get to some wisdom from the sages of the ages. Yes. And this is a wonderful time to be around. Hopefully you feel it too. For those that celebrate, we just came through Holi, which is the Hindi expression of moving into the springtime. And so you want to pay attention to these movements within different cultural systems. So if you're a practitioner of the Muslim faith, you know that Ramadan is coming next week. And you'll also notice that this is connected to the fact that many Christians are in the practice of Lent. And they've already had a couple of their special days related to that. And so in the midst of all of this, you have us Kemetic peoples with our seasonal fast. Hopefully y'all are doing well with yours, getting your Tai Chi in, your yoga in, writing in your journal, writing in the food log, spending some time in meditation. That's how we do it. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to start with our usuals, and I'm going to drop in a couple of newies. Here we go, the essence of Tai Chi literary tradition. All right, here we go. This is taken from the opening paragraph of The Essentials of the Practice of Form and Push Hands. And so formerly people said being able to attract to emptiness, you can use 4 ounces to deflect 1,000 pounds. Not being able to attract to emptiness, You cannot deflect 1,000 pounds. The words are simple, but the meaning is complete. The beginner cannot understand it. Here, I add some words to explain it. If someone is ambitious to learn this art, they can find some way to enter it, and every day they will have improvement. All right. We get to our expressions of Ptah Hotep. There we go. All right, here we go. If you meet a disputant in action, one who is your equal, one who is on your level, you will overcome them by being silent while they are speaking evilly. There will be much talk among those who hear, and your name will be held in high regard among the great. And the Tao Te Ching, rectifying viewpoints. Those adept in establishing themselves cannot be plucked up. Those adept in the act of embracing cannot be made to relax their hold. They are worshipped for generations in a row. Cultivate Tao in one's person, and its virtue will be genuine. Cultivate Tao in one's family, and its virtue will be overflowing. Cultivate Tao in one's village, and its virtue will be long enduring. Cultivate Tao in one's state, and its virtue will be abundant. Cultivate Tao in one's empire, and its virtue will be pervasive. Therefore, by one's person, one sizes up other persons. By one's family, one sizes up other families. By one's village, one sizes up other villages. By one's state, one sizes up other states. By one's empire, one sizes up other empires. How do I know this is so with the empire? By this. And now, I'm going to get a quickie from the prophet. And so it is taken from the section, it looks like it's taken on wisdom. Let me check it real quick. This is the ending paragraphs here, yes. And so check this out. Wise men have come to you to give you of their wisdom. I come to take of your wisdom. And behold, I have found that which is greater than wisdom. It is a flame spirit in you ever gathering more of itself, while you, heedless of its expansion, bewail the withering of your days. It is life in quest of life in bodies that fear the grave. There are no graves here. These mountains and plains are a cradle and a stepping stone. Whenever you pass by the field where you have laid your ancestors, look well thereupon, and you shall see yourselves and your children dancing hand in hand. Verily, you often make merry without knowing. And then we're going to go from Rumi's Masnavi, book 1 with a true translation real quick. This is called The Hare's Apology. The hare cried, "Please hear my apology. I pray that your forgiveness pardons me. What kind of explanation do you bring as you approach the presence of the king? For such bad timing will chop off your head. No cheap excuses do we let be said. A lame excuse is worse than the misdeed. It ruins all you might have earned. Take heed. Hare, your excuse is bound to be absurd. I don't have donkey's ears to hear a word. This worthless wretch king count as someone true, for tyranny's what held me back from you. My noble lord, show mercy, please, today. Don't drive from here a slave who lost his way. That ocean which fills up each riverbed bears all the flotsam happily on its head. By being kind, seas don't end up with less. They don't decrease in spite of their largesse. He said, I'm generous when the time is right. I tailor cloth to fit each person's height. The hare said, if I don't deserve your grace, before your snake-like wrath I'll turn my face. Since breakfast I've been on my way to you. A fellow traveler made the journey too. The other beasts sent out another hare to come with me. It's safer as a pair. But then a lion stopped us in our tracks. It pounced on us and gave us heart attacks. We are the slaves of a great king, I warned. At court, our disappearance would be mourned. He said, which king makes you now feel no shame before me to recall another's name? You and your king I'll tear apart like clay if you two hares should try to run away. I pleaded, let me see my king again to tell him where we've been. I'll come back then, he said, but leave your friend as guarantee, or you will be the sacrifice for me. Although we begged him, we could not succeed. My friend was tied up so that I'd be freed. My captive friend was twice as fat as me and twice as fine in grace and dignity. That lions blocked the road since this event. That is what happened after I was sent. Abandon hope of more allowances. The truth tastes bitter, but that's how it is. If you need daily meals, unblock the way. Come and drive off that shameless wretch today. Some things to think about from different places in the world are wisdom from the sages of the ages. We're grateful to share these with you. Thank you. Dua, Atapu. We bow out and we say to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher, Ashe. Bearing witness of the ancestors and giving homage to the eternal witnesses of earth and sky. I bid you Hatep, Ankh Uja Seneb, life, health, and strength. Amen Re Nesut Necher, Aten Re Nebenank. The hidden rules the revealed rules life. Pleasure to see you. Enjoy your time. Live in the light. Hatep.